Again, everyone, Trump administration still trying to figure out how to make Mexico pay for a border wall like President Trump has continued to promise.
The Now's Todd Walker is explaining this first idea and why experts say the money Mexico would be forced to pay would just come back to hit your wallet instead.
One of the first big ideas from the Trump administration on how to pay for this wall is to impose a 20% import tax on anything from Mexico coming into the U.S.
By doing it that way, we can do $10 billion a year and easily pay for the wall just through that mechanism alone. That's really going to provide the funding.
Mexico is the U.S.'s third largest trade partner, and economic experts agree that tax would just be passed on to consumers. More than 90% of the avocados sold in the U.S. last year came from Mexico. 70% of the tomatoes sold in the U.S. came from Mexico, along with a lot of other produce. Even sugar comes from Mexico. Meanwhile, 80% of Mexico's tequila exports comes to the U.S., and we bought $1.3 billion worth of Mexican beer last year. The biggest Mexican import to the U.S. is actually cars. Chevy, Ram, Ford, Volkswagen, Honda, and Nissan cars are assembled in Mexico. So how much more would a 20% tax be on all this stuff? The groceries started at $14.61. A 20% tax would be an extra $2.92, totaling $17.53 for just this much. A six-pack of Corona and a cheap bottle of tequila started off at $25.30. An extra 20% is $5.06 for a total of $30.36. The U.S. also imports plenty of other things like machine parts, medical instruments, and even some fuels. All of that would be slapped with an extra 20% that would all but certainly be passed on to U.S. consumers. Shortly after the proposal, the Trump administration backed off, saying it was only that, a proposal among many ideas. For the Now, I'm Todd Walker.
Todd, thank you. And all told here, the U.S. imports almost $300 billion worth of goods from Mexico. Here in Florida, we imported more than $5 million worth of goods in 2015. Now, the nonpartisan group, the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, estimates the border wall will cost about $120 per average American household.